Now you are going to make this one.
I am,
now,
yes.
first of all, we wanted to talk about this. Now, this is the paper glide and cutter glide, and it's got a bonus in here as well. Yeah. But you're going to use the paper. What do we use paper glide for?
Right. It puts a smooth finish on your card, so when you're dry embossing, it makes it smoother and easier.
So you get better results.
Exactly. It works on any dry embossing.
Now, somebody told me that it's also great for anti-static. Is that right?
It is, yes. And on your tiny trays, or your snappy trays, yes. If you spray a little on there, wipe off the excess, it should then be static resistant.
So that all your sparkly stuff goes back in the pot.
Yes.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Right. So
now, if I just do this behind.
Okay.
Just a little spray and waft.
Is that it? Did you get it?
That's it. I did.
Did you?
Yes, that's all you need, just a little bit.
That's going to last you a very long time, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yeah. Well, you can do all your cardstock, and then once it's dry, put it all away and store it, and it's already coated.
But you don't want to actually spray on it. You just want a little mist.
Just a mist.
Yeah, lovely. Right.
OK, now, on my board, I'm going for the small circles.
We've got to talk about this embossing board very, very quickly. This embossing board, here we go. It's got all these different shapes on the embossing board that you'll use for making swing cards, window cards, aperture cards. You'll use them for designs. You can make tags and toppers and ATCs as well. It's incredible. And you do get the embossing tool to go with it as well. Can I borrow yours? Thank you. There you go. There's the embossing tool to go with it and instructions. Right. So you're just using some low tack?
I'm just using some very low tack tape, holding up to the light so I can see through where I want it to be. And once that's stuck on there, I can find my edge, and it's very smooth.
Gives you a better finish, doesn't it?
It does. Much clearer, crisp image.
That's amazing. Yeah, very.
Can you try that one?
Yeah,
you can feel the difference if it's.
Then you get in the groove.
Yeah.
Oh, that is easy. That's fab. Very, very nice. Very.
Where's our last one there?
You just got to get in the groove, man. Can I show everybody this while you're doing that? This has been embossed, embossed, embossed using the board, and so's the background card, all been embossed as well. It's just such a lovely finish. Really superb. Right, let me put that one down again. Oh, and that's the curly bugs as well. Right, that can go there for a moment. So, back to you. You've embossed a piece of card.
Yep, so I've got my nice embossed circles.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stamp in silver my butterfly. Just roughly on the circles. I'm going to do that in 2 of them.
Right. Okay.
Okay, and also on...
You've lost a bit. I'll tell you what, you find your bits. I'll give you the details. First of all, you've got the curly bugs, which is 922414. And then, of course, you've got this fabulous board, the embossing board with all the shapes, multifunction. You're going to see this being used on so many of the sample cards that have been made for us. And it's fabulous. Now, I'll give you the details for this. This is your embossing board that we've got here, your embossing board. Absolutely fabulous value for money. So please don't wait too long. Order it as fast as you can. 922523 is your item number, and it's just £16.90. Now, pop that down. Right, let me come back to you. What was it you'd lost?
I lost my piece of card that I was just going to stamp the butterflies and emboss them. So I'm using my clear ink pad and stamping that on. I need 2 of these.
And this is all again from the curly bugs?
Yep, the dragonfly and the butterfly.
Lovely.
And tip that in my...
Okay.
There we go. Oh,
that's
so
it.
Good there. I've got a bit of powder left.
I always, I've got the little makeup brush that you usually use. But there are lots of things you're going to see being used today. And if we don't give you the item numbers for them, then all you've got to do is look on all the W's createandcraft.tv. You've got the tiny trays on your screen at the moment. Okay, let me put those down. Now, That's 921119, and that gives you the metal edge knife. That gives you the knife, the metal edge ruler, and the tiny trays for just £16.50. Right, we're back with you, and you're embossing.
I'm just embossing these.
Put that there.
Thank you.
And put the lid on that as well. I like being your assistant.
It's nice to have one.
Yeah. I love doing it, but I go home covered in bits of sparkle. I've always got somebody saying, oh, you've got a little... And you think, what have I got on my face? What have I got on my face? And it's usually glitter and sparkle. I love this when it turns. So effective. That is a very quiet gun, isn't it?
It is lovely and quiet, yes.
Yeah, you won't be waking the children up if you're crafting while they're asleep, will you? Lovely. Done and dusted.
There we go.
Right.
So all we need to do now is add a little bit of colour.
Oh, ink spots.
With my ink spots.
Now tell me about the ink spots. What's special about the ink spots? They're good colours, aren't they?
They are. They're a very nice range of colours.
Yeah.
And they all go very well together. They're water-based.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of uses that you can do with them. I like to just take the ink straight from the pad there with my water brush.
Yeah.
Just to get a light bit of colour.
Yeah. It's just a hint. It's a colour wash, isn't it?
Just a little wash.
Like one of those hint of apple jobby things.
Yeah.
And they are fabulous colours. So we've got 12 colours. I just think they're superb. It's like you go through a spectrum of colours, and this is basically the pastel spectrum that we've got for you here. You get all the design inks coordinate, and it's just a fabulous collection, really. And very handy little 1-inch squares as well, aren't they?
They are, yes.
Yeah. Right.
So now we've got those
acid-free
coloured.
and all that sort of stuff that you'd expect. Right. Oh, and very nice as well if you want to make ATCs. Yes, yours?
So we've got those all ready. We just need to cut them out.
So far, you've embossed one piece of oblong card, and you've stamped twice.
Yes.
And now you've stamped again with the curly butterfly and the curly dragonfly.
So when they're cut out, they can be mounted on the top.
Yeah.
And the dragonflies can go in the space, because they're a bit too big to fit.
Yeah, that's nice.
But before we put them on there, what we need to do with our knife is to thread the ribbon.
Yeah.
This is...
Okay.
So what we do is we're making a slice around the top of the circle.
Yeah.
And then the bottom.
Okay, so we're going to repeat that on all of them, top and bottom.
On each one, on the top and the bottom.
And you're a bit close on these, so you've got to take some care here, haven't you?
Yes.
So that's going to be the slot that you thread through.
That's right.
Cutting mats. Got to talk about cutting mats, because the last thing you want to do is cut through anything. I tried, to be honest, to start with, I tried just using a newspaper, but it never feels the same as when you do it on a cutting mat. So we're slotted.
So we are slotted.
Now.
And then, with our ribbon, we're going to fold that in half, roughly, with your nice edges. And with that point, we're going to work from the bottom up.
Right.
So
yes, so you've got the tail left at the bottom.
So you want your tail left at the bottom there.
Okay.
And you're just going to push that through.
So basically you're just going to go under and over.
Exactly.
So under the big bits.
Push through that through.
And over the smalls.
Not quite cut through there.
Okay. So this is another very nice idea, because the finished result looks amazing. It's absolutely fabulous. And there you can see where you start at the bottom, because you've then got the tails left at the bottom. I think it's lovely. Lovely result. Nice ribbons to go through as well. And it's nice that it all sort of corresponds. But of course you can do whatever colours really take your fancy. Aren't they lovely? So under, over the little bit. Under the big bit, over the little bit. And then up to the top.